Do you want to make thousands selling this workflow to other people? This is a workflow that I've built with n8n to scrape data related to events in the area that can feed and update a Google spreadsheet. So let's dive into it right now. So first of all, if you have seen the previous video, I've shown you how to set up n8n in your environment and to use Grok to tunnel and basically being able to use webhook from your application to call n8n. To make it very simple, in this workflow I built, you don't need to basically use any webhook to call this workflow, but you can simply use the trigger insert in here, click play to test the workflow, and it will run and automatically get the data you need and fill the spreadsheet. What this workflow does, it scrapes specific data coming from a spreadsheet, a certain website I want to monitor, and it updates another spreadsheet with the data of the events that will be from now to the future happening, so that I can understand what are the events and participate. Or I could even update a calendar in future with this data to create an application which pre-populate the data of those events. To do that, I have created a workflow. To create a workflow, you can click to the plus button here or to the plus button here, and as you can see, initially you are here, you can enter, or you can click here, create workflow, and then you can rename it as you please. Then you can create a trigger. To create a trigger, you click plus and select trigger, and in my case I select a schedule, so here you can find it, and this, as you can see, it triggers you can trigger daily, but I set it up in a way that I can trigger it manually whenever I want in this case, but you can repurpose the way you prefer. You can trigger midnight, so it can automatically update the data. Then, second step, you need to read the data from a file. So we need to know where to store the data related to the website we want to monitor. In this case, we have set up a Google Sheet account. So you need to create a credential. In my case, I created a credential. In case you didn't at the beginning, you will have a plus button here. You need to set up the credential with your Google Drive so that you can connect it here. Then you can select resources to sheet within documents. In this case, we're reading, so we're using the get, and you can select which document you want to use. In this case, the Puya tech event URL was the document I was retrieving data from, and the sheet is the sheet, the current one, which was the Puya tech. Let's see what this document is. We have, for example, this document. We have this specific data, the source ID, the URL is active, event type, and the selection locators to retrieve the data we want. And here we have this website that's for now we're retrieving. We might add other one if I want to monitor specific website. As soon as I discover, I can add, and I can be up to date with new events. And as you can see, this sheet is called Puya Tech Event, and this is the name of the file. This is exactly what we added here from list and from list. So it's reading the documents, and then for each source, we are run a for loop so that it rerun for each element, for each website, for each row, basically. Then we add a fetch HTML that it allows to read the URL. As you can see, it used the JSON to the URL, and the response format will be given as a data name file, which will be the output. Then it will parse the data in in a specific output format, which will be stated here. As you can see, you can copy paste exactly as it is here. You can pause it, you can check, and you can adapt to your use case. But this is basically the way I built this scenario and scraper. It runs once for all items, and it will give me the output. We'll see soon how it runs. And it's here that it will update the file, which is this one, future events querytext scraper. You can call it whatever you want, and update with the data you need. And here we have, I selected map automatically. Column to match is the event ID. I have built this with the help of Claude, running a good prompt and iterating, plus with the ease to use of n8n that allow you to figure out and understand with a bit of knowledge of object, how to investigate array, and the power of n8n, it allow you to figure out how to fix things as they come. Basically, this is the main part that update the file. Then it read the file again, and it can filter specific data which of the file we updated. We want to know, for example, the events that are happening from today onward, and that's what exactly this is doing. We don't want to know events in the past which we are not interested anymore about, and we delete the past event from the same sheet. That's it. Was a very simple illustration of what this does. As you can see, with the main one where the data is updated is the upsert event in sheet, where the data is updated, and that's it. I hope this was useful. Let me know if you would modify it in a specific way or improve it, and how. I'm happy to improve it. This is a baseline from where you can start building your scraping functionality for your own use case. This, in my case, was to know events happening in Apulia region in Italy, specific related to website I intended to scrape. Uh, Please feel free to modify for your use case. Consider to like, subscribe the channel to see more content like this, and let me know if you want me to share with you this workflow, or to change it somehow in a specific way. Let's keep in touch. I have a website, information will be in the description, and see you in the next one.